Hi, I'm Jona. I'm from Britain and I live in the countryside of Japan with my wife Lisa. We're making this channel to share our experience of what it's like to live in the countryside of Japan, what it's like to buy an akiya, renovating an akiya, and just really our journey to how we got here. So this is the first YouTube video that we'll be making, and I just want to take the opportunity to give a bit of a self-introduction about how I came to live in Japan. After finishing university, I moved to France to start doing winter seasons because I love snowboarding, and I was working as a chalet host, so I was cooking, cleaning, driving for the guests in France. On my second season, I met a young couple who had met each other in Japan, and they talked up how good it was, the powder snowboarding and the culture, everything about Japan, and recommended it to me. So I started looking into it, and the following season I sorted my visa, I sorted a job, and yeah, I flew out to Hokkaido to start a season in Niseko. I didn't really know anything. I was here to snowboard. I knew about the powder snow and how good it was meant to be, but I didn't have all that much knowledge about the language or the culture or anything. And so it was a bit of a shock when I first arrived. And but the more I worked through the season and met interesting and wonderful people, I met my wife Lisa during the season, who also loves snowboarding, and after the season we traveled down the country and ended up in Okinawa in the tropics, right down so many different places. And I just realized how much the country has to offer, particularly when it comes to wildlife and nature, and just the beauty of it all just yeah, amazed me, and I fell in love with it all, really. So after the years working holiday visa, I had to leave the country, and we started traveling Europe. Yeah, we were doing sort of volunteer work and things like that, and just seeing different places and traveling together. But I wanted to come back to Japan, so I looked into ways of how I could get a work visa and a job, and be able to live with Lisa and spend longer here. So I managed to do that and found a job teaching English in Tokyo, and with a sponsored work visa. So we came back to Japan and started living in Tokyo. We spent just over 2 years in Tokyo and loved it. Really exciting city, very different, such a buzz, very busy, very noisy. But yeah, a real experience that we both loved. After the 2 years, and then COVID happened, things changed a little bit, and we wanted to be closer to family, closer to a big group of friends. So we moved to Niigata, where Lisa's from and her family's from, and we had that kind of more support network, I guess. And we spent a couple of years in Niigata, living there, but it still wasn't close enough to the mountains for me. I wanted to be close enough that I could go snowboarding regularly in the winter, That's what brought me to Japan originally, and to be honest, that's what I still love about this country, is just being near the mountains, being in nature. So we started talking about the possibility of buying an akiya together. Yeah, I'd heard the word before, and when I lived in Tokyo and Niigata, but I didn't really know much about them. It was only when I started working in this area temporarily that I met people who had bought akiyas, and they talked about how much they paid and how they'd done it, that it really sort of dawned on me that this was an achievable objective and something that we could maybe make happen for ourselves. So yeah, we started working towards that. We started researching and made that our main objective. That we everything we were doing was sort of building towards finding the right place for us and making it a reality. So the whole process from setting our objective, deciding that we definitely wanted to find an akiya, to finding it and moving in or buying it was about a year. But we'll make a future video with more information on how that process looked for us and what we did and all of the research and the places that we looked. So hopefully this has given you a bit of an introduction into who I am and how I came to be here. We've been living in the house now for about 18 months and we've been loving getting out snowboarding more in the winters and being outside more in the sunshine as well. In that time, we've done quite a lot of work to both the house and the garden. So we'll be uploading videos to show you what we've done so far and also our plans for the future as well. If you're interested in akiyas or what it's like in rural Japan, say hello in the comments and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.